Hey, what's up, girl? It's your boy G.Shrimp, everybody favorite daddy boss of the street, man. And today we go be in Texas with you, yo. So hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel, man. We're on the road to 25,000 subscribers. Help me get there, y'all. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. Now check this out. We gonna be talking about Tay K, y'all. Yes, Tay K, the rapper. Y'all, excuse me, I just cut my hair too. If I got some stuff on me, man, excuse me. I was trying to rush and do this video. But look, check this out, right? So, Tay K, y'all know he had lost his first case, right? He had a home invasion, like stick up robbery, when they broke in somebody's house, robbed the person, and I think the person was shot, but he didn't die. And plus the women he had or whoever was with him, they turned states on him. And he got 55 years. That's for the first case. Now you would think he in jail already. That would be enough, right? No, they took him to trial on another case. Now this is the boy that got famous for. He had made a song, y'all, and he called it "Doing the Race" because he had a warrant. He lost the case and he went on the run, y'all. The man found his wanted picture, put it in the video, and shot the video while he was on the run. Y'all, you hear me? While he was on the run. So technically, he like, hey, that's what it is. And the police didn't think that shit was funny, y'all. They didn't like it at all. So they was big mad when they caught up with him. But okay, he went to jail. He doing 55 years. Now they bring the other case up. While he was on the run, y'all, he was going somewhere with some more people. And his girl, him, and a few other people that was in the car with him. I guess they say he was going to rob one of the guys that was in the car with him. Word on the street is the guy was a cameraman and Tay K told him he was going to shoot a video for his next song and they tried to rob the guy. And it might have been his car, I'm not mistaken, but Tay K them end up in the car. They had Chick-fil-A. The guy ended up on the hood, jumped on the hood and tried to stop them, probably so it must have been his car. He tried to stop them from driving off. He said, Tay K leaned out the car, pow, and shot the man. And guess what? The man ended up dying. Now, I believe the reason they hadn't took him to trial yet, y'all, is because he had the 55 years and they wanted in a rush. I don't think the woman was cooperating at first, but they must have now gave her immunity and she went on testified against him, y'all. And he lost that case too. And guess what? He was found guilty and they gave him 88 years plus the 55 he got. Now, I don't know how Texas law worked down there, but I know how it worked in Illinois. Big time will eat up the little time. What I mean by that, if you got 88 years on one case and you got 55 on another case, let's say you do half of that. In Illinois, you do half of whatever you sentence with. So if you got 80 years, you would have to do 40, unless you sentence under the 85%. It's changed a little bit now, but I'm just making it so y'all can understand it. If you had 80 years, you only do 40. So, but let's say he got the 55, he won't know how to do the 25, right? So that big time, you go do that once and it's go eat up the little time technically. And you only doing it once. When they run it concurrent, that means you do it simultaneously, but you only doing it one time. So eventually, let's say they did say, okay, he got 25 years he got to do. He go do that 25, and along with that 25, while he doing that, he go be eating up the 40. You know what I mean? And he go end up having to do the 40 years and get out, get me done. But with him, he got 88 years, y'all. I think down there he might have to do 85% or a little bit more. I'll check into it and find out. And he gonna be there for a little while. And then that's bad, y'all, because he was being funny with that song. He did the race, and the song just happened to blow up. He didn't know that song was gonna blow up like that. Tay K didn't get to spend a dollar of that rap money, y'all. Not a dollar of it. His family is living off that money. He didn't get none of it, y'all. Tay K was still broke when he was on the street, y'all. He ended up hitting licks. That's what he was trying to do, get money. That's how he caught the murders and shit. The first one was a home invasion, y'all. The second one, it was a murder. Why they was trying to commit a robbery? Because when you're on the run, you can't go to your regular sources and get money. So he had to bounce. He can't go to his mama and get money. Plus, mama had kicked him out already. Eventually, whoever he was staying with, he was on the street, running around, living in abandoned buildings and plotting. It's a young nigga with a gun trying to live. You know what I mean? Trying to live, and guess what trying to live do for you, y'all, when you ain't got a plan. You ain't got no job. Criminal, you know what they say crime pays? Yeah, it pays for a little while, y'all. But eventually this should catch up with you. But you know, you got to been out here and broke a few eggs to learn that. You know, I really threw the rock at the penitentiary a few times and broke a window and landed in there. You realize, man, you know what? You better off going straight. You know, the time you waste in jail, all the straight guys that you laughed at that worked at McDonald's, guess what? They still got their job. Every year they get a new car with their little income tax money. Just because we was drug dealers and was able to buy a car every 4 months, but guess what? Every time a raid come or the police get on your ass, you end up losing that car. And here it is, you come home from after doing your bid. The same guy you laughed at that worked at McDonald's, guess what? He got 3 cars now. They might be old, raggedy, or whatever, but they still 3 cars. They there. Got this car from his first income tax, got one from his next one, and this one from that one. Might have gave his girl one, his sister one, but they all there, and you looking like that. You look where your car's at, they in the federal pound, state pound, in the auction them off, sold them off, or maybe you sold them while you was in jail. Because sometimes you own the cars, you know, you end up having to sell them to pay for your living. After you run through your money, then people run off with your money and all that type of shit when you're in jail. Nothing goes right. The gang that promised to take care of your people how they supposed to do, they don't do it. Next thing you know, somebody fucking your woman and all that, and it's just a mess, y'all. And you'd be better off going straight, y'all. You'd be better off going straight. Some of you young guys, you know, y'all need to stop rushing to get old, trying to do shit all the gangsters do. Look at all the people you looked up to who was rich, and right now they ain't got no money. Perfect fucking example, y'all. Look at Big Meech. Big Meech was the envy of everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody envy Big Meech. All these cars in the club throwing money. What happened to them? They stretched their ass out. 30 years he ended up doing. Now he come home, he running around begging for money like a motherfucker owe him something. People pay homage to him by pulling up and seeing him. But people don't know you like that. They know of you, but don't no motherfucker got to ride up on you, Big Meech, and hand you $50,000 because you Big Meech. We got family and shit too. We got niggas that's getting out of jail too. We ain't had them 50, $60,000. You think a motherfucker gonna pull up and hand you one? You mad because little baby pulled up and had all pockets full and he had them still full when he left? You thought he was gonna give it to you, huh? But he's supposed to listen. If he gave you some money out of one of them pockets, then he'd have been 3 pockets full. He's 4 pockets full, man. So he had to keep his pockets full. It's an image, man. It's about an image. You of all people should know that. Now you done fucked up your job with your son's job, got him in trouble. You out here, you don't know how the game works. Goddamn it. What's his name? Rick Ross played you like a flute. Had you out there like a bottle girl with his shirt on and shit. No, listen, Meeks. out of all the shirts to wear, well, you should not have had no shirt on that said Big Key. Even though it said Cotto Show, it said Auto Show, Car Show. You have the nerve to have on a shirt that said Big Key, and you actually sold kilos and you just getting out the bed. You don't see how that could be misunderstood. A person can take that some other type of way. Y'all should have discussed that, a little bit more. And then you talking about, I'm back. What if the feds or people would think, oh, he back now? And then you got your ass hugging Big Boss, sexy red. And her pussy burning more than anything. That pussy hotter than the sun, man. Just walk outside next time, take your glasses off, and look up at the sun. Try to look at it directly and see how that work out for you. Yeah, see how that work out for you, man. Then you know how hot a pussy is. Then you know you shouldn't have been doing none of that. But hey, we gonna leave you alone, man. We gonna get back to Tay K. Tay K, man, listen. Do you know how it got to feel to be a young motherfucker, y'all, and get all that time? I do. Talk to a guy that got all that time. I was young, y'all, and I was 16, I was 17. They gave me 4 years. I had to go to the joint. But by me being 17, I was on the school wing. Every motherfucker over there had a murder. I'm probably the happiest nigga on the deck. I ain't got no murder, but we all going to the penitentiary. It's buck wild over here. Only other person had a kind of case not too bad was my other partner, MC brother. He had a carjacking. So he still was looking at 9 to 30. But everybody knew when they was going home. So I'll never forget this. I had a fight with this guy, man, little BD named Little Larry. Little Larry had a murder. Little Larry went to court, y'all, and the judge gave him 30 fucking years. Little Larry had just come from the Audi home, so he had just turned 17. Man, little Larry started crying, right? And he went back in the bullpen. The judge felt so sorry for him. The judge called him back out on the floor and reduced his time to 28 years. Now, a lot of people said, oh, that ain't shit, man. He didn't do nothing. I'm like, that's a lot when you start doing that fucking time. Trust me. That's the difference from him doing 15 damn years to doing 13 damn years. Look, it might not seem like a lot, but if you had to sit in jail for 2 years or just go home today, how would you feel about that shit? Would make a big impact on you. When Larry come back to the deck, he was hurt, boy. He was crying. And I went in there and talked to him. We and him talked for about 2 hours in the bathroom. Everybody knew me and him had a fight when we was tennis, right? So they was giving us respect, letting us talk, And I'm telling him, bro, you gonna be alright, man. Like the joint ain't shit, bro. You hit the joint like you hit this motherfucker. You came here, you buck wild, let nigga know what it is. And then I told him all the niggas that left the county is down in the joint. So you gonna know people, you gonna be straight, man, but you got to hold your head up, dude. You can't let this shit hurt you like that. You knew you was gonna have to do sometime. You had a body, bro. And he actually listened. Now the folks was gonna tell him eventually the same thing, right? But it meant a lot more coming from the opposition, which is why people let us have the bathroom for so long. And then we came out the bathroom. I gave him a hug, and he went over there and hollered at his guys. People like, man, that's good. You talk to him, Shrimp. How you feel? I'm like, you fucked up, bro. I said, the man got 30 fucking years. Now just imagine this, y'all. 30 damn years, you're 17. You got to start from right now. And you can't even see that damn far. Eventually when you get to doing the time, it'll be all right, but just to start it is terrible. I met an OG, y'all, one of the L working guys. He was in the joint. And he had been locked up 20 years. And he told me, yeah, man, I've been locked up 20 years. I'm getting short now. I said, yeah, how much time you got left? He said, 10 years. I'm like, 10 years? And you short? Yeah, to him. Because guess what? He had did 20 already. He only had 10 more. He looking like, nigga, I done walked 30 years down. I done walked 20 of them down. This 10 is going to be a cakewalk. And he was OG. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, and I said to myself as a young nigga, I think the older gentleman, he was about my height, a little short cat, they called him Papa Stone, right? And trust me, he didn't look too cool to me. I'm like, damn, I don't want to be an old man in jail and they call me Papa Stone. I did not want that to be my future, bro. You feel me? So it comes a time where some of you young cats go have to say to yourself, man, I don't want this to be my future. Because look, eventually, if you out here banging, you either go end up dead or in jail. You can bang it out and shoot all the shit you want, bro. You can win 100 shootouts. You only got to lose one, man. One shootout. Look at King Von. Everybody thought King Von was the step of the year. Everybody think King Von killed more people in Chicago than anybody in the world. It's a King Von on every fucking block, y'all. People just smart enough not to talk about it. It's people with bodies got jobs now. Police officers, doctors and shit. Because they was raised under the old law. Don't talk about it. This new shit come out. Y'all want to get your reputation off the internet. You ain't getting it out the street. You want to talk about shit that's done in the street when it's only speeding up your death. And I don't see how y'all can't see that. You want to go live with your location like that's brave. That's actually dumb, but y'all don't see that. Y'all took everything that we used to say was smart and y'all made it pussy. Y'all made it seem like it's pussy. Oh, you tucking your tail. Tucking your tail. We call it watching your back. You watching your back. You don't supposed to let a nigga get the drop on you. You don't give a motherfucker your address and tell him to come kill you and you know he got switches. Yeah, y'all got switches too, but how many times have you gave out your damn address? Really? If you were smart, when a nigga said drop your low, give him your goddamn address. That's what you do. Find out who your op is and his car. Nigga won't say, man, drop your low. You tell him, man, I'm sitting goddamn it in a black Cadillac over here on woo woo woo. Yeah, come through here and holler at me if you bad nigga. And let him pull up on your ops and spray his car. That'll be smart. No, you want to give him your real address. Like you so brave. Don't you know your parents don't like burying you, bro? Nobody parents like burying their kids. We're supposed to bury our parents. It ain't nothing we like to do, but that's how it should be. Man, mothers got to bury their kids. You ain't even past 15, 16, 17. If you was out here in the street, okay, but what about all the accidental shit? The girl that's in the car at McDonald's. I think of how many times I went to McDonald's with my daughter in the car. I'd have had a fit if that shit happened to me, bro. And I was out here like everybody else. But it's a such thing as a pass sometimes. Y'all took that out. You know, you catch a nigga down bad with his daughter, you're supposed to give him a pass. Ain't no way they supposed to kill little Ronnie like that with his daughter, bro. Ain't no way. And ain't nobody making examples out of these kids to tell them, hey, bro, that shit there was wrong. You shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have did that. And y'all just run the streets, buck wild, bro. And then that's why so many people in jail. Look at YNW Melly. YNW Melly sitting in there. He done killed two of his goddamn friends, allegedly. Allegedly. But if you ask me, yeah, he done that shit. Yeah, he done that shit. And the reason he done it is because his mama. Them boys disrespected his mama and said something out of pocket. That's the only thing. And a woman too. So we didn't have one woman involved, we had two. The woman that had you and one woman you fucked with. That's two women. And guess what? That's five. How you can dig that, bro? Two bodies. That boy sitting in there. That's why he's sitting in there. Ma, you alright? Ma, you alright? I'm alright. Don't worry about me, ma. Why? Because he feel good. Because he know deep down inside, yeah, I done that, ma. I'm sorry. You know, I think he making songs like that. You know, it's crazy, man. You know, and it's a lot going on. Lil Durk say he in jail because of us YouTubers, y'all. Like he ain't been ordering shit, dropping bags, and talking shit on the records. It's our fault though, cause we got Twitter fingers, as he say. I don't even got fucking Twitter. I don't even got Twitter, you know, or excuse me, X. Nowadays it's X. I hope you guys that be watching TV, watching YouTube, you can learn something from what people be trying to give you game. I know it's for entertainment purposes, but we be trying to really have messages in these stories. Some of us do. Some of us. You know, look, Vito got shot the other day. You know, there's another guy from down there in Texas, Fort Worth down there. It was one of Yayo boys, you know. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of niggas getting hit on that side now that the fact they know the hit actually did come from Yellow Bees. It's gonna be a lot of smoke going that way. They can just open up a can of worms. So I heard this, y'all, and I don't know how true it is. The reason I didn't put it out there. They said Yellow Beezy cousin got killed last week. I seen it on the YouTube channel. I didn't report it because the guy had like 500 some subscribers. I ain't knocking no person for having 500 subscribers, but he on the new. And some people think clickbait is actually cool. It's not cool. It's bad enough we in other people's business for financial gain. The least you could do is try to report the truth. That's why I be insulted when a person says, I did some clickbait, if I did this. This is why you gotta watch the channels you get your information on. You know what I mean? You gotta make sure it's good. I don't just be saying shit that I can't back up, bro. I try to make sure I can come with the facts. I deal with people that I feel is reputable. There's some guys that I know live off clickbait. His channel booming too. His channel booming too. I don't put him out there. I just be like, hey, y'all probably know who he is. I had one of my subscribers sent me a story from him. I said, don't never send me shit from this channel, the clickbait channel. She's like, I'm sorry. Don't send me shit from that channel. Some of y'all got to watch it too, because we get a lot of stories from y'all too. And then when we do it, it make us look bad because we don't know where you got it from. We can't look it up and verify it. Leave it like that. Anyway, man, it's your boy G.Shrimp, everybody, baby daddy, Russell Street, man. I'm gonna plant you and dig you later, man. And the Tay K, man, that's crazy. When you get your money, y'all, and you get rich, you should be about done with it. I'm gonna say this to the YouTubers. You guys wanna do YouTube, but all you street guys that's coming in, like me, I come in from the streets, but I was already seasoned. I was smart enough to know already. I only can do stories that's PG. Can't tell y'all about no motherfucker that's deceased. Really? You know what I mean? You can't be getting mad and telling people you go kill them. You can say that if you want to, and they ain't dead. But they better not fuck around and come up dead. You know? Because guess what? Your words have power, and guess what? The police listen to shit like that. I told a motherfucker one time, y'all, nigga, you go be dead for Christmas. This is about Thanksgiving. That motherfucker end up dead right before Thanksgiving. Guess who you think they picked up first? Me. It was on camera at the store, me and him arguing. Everybody heard it. They picked me up. I'm like, damn, somebody called him for Christmas. Listen, I said the motherfucker was gonna be dead for Christmas. I gave him to Christmas. I didn't say shit about Thanksgiving. I don't know who killed that motherfucker. They laugh hard as a bitch. Cause I'm like, hey, bro, I guess they could read it on my face. Hey, bro, I don't know shit about that. If it was right for Christmas, y'all, I see you picking me up. But this Thanksgiving, goddamn it, listen. And you know why I can say that? Because this nigga stayed in shit, talk shit, just goofy shit. And I meant that you gonna be dead for Christmas, nigga. You gonna be dead for Christmas anyway. At the weight you going, because some people just be trying to do too much. But when you do too much, shit happens to you. You know, if you could do a whole lot and stay out the way, keep your mouth shut and stay out the way. It ain't no bunch of shooters in the hood, y'all. It's a lot. Spread it out. But I'm telling you, like, if you got a hood of goddamn it 100, I guarantee you it ain't but 5 shooters. 5 shooters. So they doing all the work. You ain't got no 100, a nigga with 100 deck and 100 shooters. Hell no, it's always a group of motherfuckers. And then when you got 5 shooters, some of them get killed, and then you end up with 2, maybe 3. One might end up going to the joint, but guess what? If niggas keep their mouth shut, you'll still end up with 2 left. Because these ain't the niggas you go catch on the corner. You ain't gonna catch them on the block in the front. They might be out there in the backyard somewhere, ducked off. Why? Because they're a shooter. They know how it goes. Don't stand out, make it easy for a motherfucker to get you. Really? Anyway, man, that's it right there, man. It's your boy G.Shrimp. Everybody pay baby daddy, voice the street. I'm gonna plant you now and dig you later, man. I gotta take this call. Hello? Yo, what's up? I didn't even turn this